alone can be a real pull on the heartstrings. I can relate. We recently foster failed a sweet pup named Lady, who became very attached to me. We had to work really hard to help develop her independence and confidence with being alone. I'll share with you what we were doing so you can make progress too. Now, I have 5 things I want you to work on with your puppy. These are going to be the activities that are going to help your dog of any age, but it's really best to start this training as soon as you notice signs of stress. Or if you just want to prevent the anxiety from happening in the first place, work on these even before you see it. Preventing it from starting is going to be a lot easier than managing when it becomes a habit. As soon as I noticed Lady crying when I stepped out of the room, I knew I had a little extra training to add into her daily routine. Now, before I show you those 5 things, I just want to make sure that you're aware of a few very important points when it comes to helping your dog have more independence. So, while teaching our puppies to be comfortable with being alone, we also have to make sure that we are not experiencing so much anxiety that they're in panic mode. If they panic to the point of digging or drooling, screaming, soiling, or almost hurting themselves, we're creating a negative experience with the crate. And at that point, there is no learning going on. So during this time of training, before confidence has been established, you might have to adjust your schedule. Now, we're going to recommend that you leave the house during the puppy's nap and return before the nap is over. And if you're going to be gone for an extended time, well, we suggest you find a friend or a family member or even a dog sitter to come in and spend time with your puppy based on their normal routine. Now, your work's going to be undone if your pup has scary experiences alone in the crate or the pen. Now, this isn't forever. It does get better with time and training, but while we're working on it, you have to protect their alone time. This is like when you have to stay off your foot if you've just broken it or you've sprained an ankle. You give it a chance to heal with no stress, then slowly and gradually work up to normal life. It's a similar process with independence training the pups. We go slow so we can make a fast progress. Okay, here are the things we're gonna work on with Lady. Okay, number 1, we're gonna work on pen and crate training outside of the time that you need it. Just a little tip here. We want to apply the crate training games, yes, to the pen as well, so you have the same success with both tools, the crate and the pen. Now, the games to play are inside the course, so if you're looking for ideas on how to create the positive association with the crate, check out the course. The goal is that you're going to want to build up a positive association with you stepping away and creating longer periods of time of you being away, slowly and gradually. So we're going to slowly add in some distance here as we're practicing this game, and eventually I'm going to get to step out of the room. We're not going to do this all on day 1, and since I've left her in for just a few moments, I'm going to take her out now before she starts to worry. Great. Good job. All right. Number 2, you want to make sure that you have all the right tools to make this process go much more smoothly. You have your snuggle puppy. This is to help bring comfort to a pup that may have just left its litter. It's very similar to laying next to a litter mate or a mama dog because it has a mechanical heart in it that beats, and they can feel the vibration of that. And not only snuggled against it, but feeling the heartbeat can bring some comfort. You want to have a sound machine, a white noise machine to drown out the sound that's going on outside of a room or outside your home that can be distracting and disrupting a puppy who's trying to sleep. You want to have your Adapto plugged in and ready to go. The Adapto is a pheromone similar to what the mama dog gives off to help calm her pups. You want a schedule. You want to be keeping a good schedule of the activities that are going on, such as naps and wake windows. What's going on during a wake window? Those are all the activities that happen when your pup is awake. Keeping track of what's going on is going to help you to determine when it's time for your pup to go down for a nap, or how long they have been in the crate, or maybe even what kind of activities might be just too overstimulating for them, or maybe they're the ones that help calm your pup. So keeping track of those on your schedule or your puppy journal is going to be critical. Now, when your pup's hanging out in their pen, you might be giving things like a licking mat or a bone to chew on, a yak chew, a bully stick, a nyla bone, something that's going to help bring comfort when they're in their pen. Typically, licking and chewing activities help bring that heart rate down, so they are ideal activities to give your dog when they're in a more enclosed space, such as the puppy pen. All right. Number 3, protect that alone time in her crate. So we want to make sure that she's not experiencing anything scary or that's going to cause any setbacks while she's in the crate. This means we don't want to leave her in there while she's panicking, or if you know that she was worked up about something scary outside before you put her in the crate and she can still hear it, trying to get her to settle in there might not be the right fit, and then we're going to create a negative association with that crate. Besides, she's not in learning mode when she's in panic mode. You're gonna have to learn all about her vocalizations. Just like when babies cry, each of those cries means something. Our vocalizations from our dogs also mean different things. So the difference between a panic cry versus a, hey, anybody there? Anybody there? Those are two different things you may experience. And getting to know your pup and their style of vocalizations, or what those mean, are gonna be critical for you to understand what to do next. And our courses can help you learn all about that language that your dog speaks that you might not be familiar with. Number 4, have the right crate size and the location for the crate. You want to make sure that your crate isn't too small, that your puppy is feeling claustrophobic, or too big that they feel that they can have a play session on one end and a potty spot, and then try to nap on the other end. If you're looking for more information on how to pick the right size crate for your pup, check out this video here. Also, consider the environment when you're picking the location for your dog's crate. You want it to be in a place that's calm and quiet and relaxing, and isn't going to be in the middle of all of the activity of the home, constantly keeping your pup up and making it so they're unable to rest and relax. So for us, Lady had to be in our bedroom next to my bed. She didn't settle well outside of that, and eventually our goal is to be able to move it outside of this room, but she wasn't quite ready for that right yet. So this is where we're going to start the crate location. Number 5, the schedule should support the crate and pen time that your puppy has. The ability for your puppy to settle is going to depend a lot on what happened during the wake window. Did you allow them to burn off a lot of pent-up energy? Did they exercise mentally and physically? Ideally, you have to remember not to push your puppy past the point that they get overstimulated, meaning they were up too long past their wake window end point. Overtired puppies can't settle well at all. Remember, I want you to keep a log of your puppy's activities like we mentioned earlier. This is going to help you determine what the ideal schedule is, and then eventually how long they can stay in a crate or a pen. Okay, that might feel like a lot, but once you get into a good schedule with your pup, it'll become part of the routine and you're gonna actually enjoy the process. And if you and your pup are not enjoying the training, you're probably doing it wrong. I've built my courses with fun training games so that this process is pleasant and builds a relationship, all while your puppy learns new things. Now, I also want to reassure you that this is not a one and done process. Helping a dog develop some confidence and independence takes ongoing training and patience on the part of the human. It's in the doggy DNA to want to be with people and other dogs. Now, we can help our dogs feel fine being alone, but that's really the human's job. Now, if you've tried all of these things and you still need some more help, we have a puppy training course that can guide you through these training games. Just comment course below and we'll send you a link so you can check it out. And if you want to avoid the most common crate training mistakes, this would be a good video to watch next. We'd love to hear from our viewers, so if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. This is Michelle, your favorite trainer, signing off for today.